swept up in today's independent music.
Good morning, everyone. In case it's not morning where you're at, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I'm your host, Anthony Longhair Leclerc, and I'm joined by my fabulous co-host, the marvelous Marla the Mouse McCarty.
What's up, everybody?
It's been a while since we've been able to say that.
I know, it feels good.
Yeah, in our new studio.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, from our new studio, we are going to talk to you today about The Mother Down and their new release, Feel.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, it's a fucking kick-ass song.
Oh, it's great.
It's like if you took Aerosmith and Chili Peppers. Who else did I say? Aerosmith and Chili Peppers, and then you mix it with a little bit of prog rock bass line, and then they all have like this big sexual musical orgy while one in the chamber watches. That's what Feel is like.
Yes.
And yeah, it's nice and feely.
It is nice and feely. It's
Yeah.
funky as hell, too.
Yeah.
Like, the intro to that song, I'm just sitting there going, okay.
Yeah, it's awesome. And so it's great to kick off the warm weather because it just makes me feel like backyard barbecue or, you know, going on a cruise.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say,
You
it's
know?
a very good cruising tune.
Yeah, and
Would highly recommend.
I don't mean going on a cruise like in the ship because like that's probably canceled.
No.
But I mean yeah, cruising,
Like,
right? Going for a tour, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just going for a rip.
So yeah, so you should check that out.
Mhm.
And why do I say you should check that out? I'm just gonna show you.
Just going to already check it out now.
So you should check out the review on leclercstudios.com website if you are more inclined to read it than to watch us talk about it. And if you would rather watch, then we're going to be playing the music video right after this. But right after the music video, we have an interview with the lead singer, Silvio, from The Mother Down. And
Yeah.
We sat and chatted to him for around an hour and a bit, I don't know. And we talked about the song, we talked about the band, we talked about what's coming up with the band. We talked about how COVID's affecting the band and just places around and the difference between live gigs and studio and the magic that happens in both. We talked about gigs that we all went to see, which will be a future episode. We started talking about it, but that's a teaser for a future interview with Silvio and hopefully the rest of the band.
Yeah. I look forward to doing that.
Yeah, so thank you very much, Silvio. Thank you to The Mother Down for fucking awesome music. And keep pumping that out because we'll keep promoting it, of course. And yeah, without further ado, here is the music video for Feel, followed by our grand interview with Silvio. So.
And we'll see you guys later.
You feel, I feel, wanna feel me too. I know you know we're looking for something new. Tell me
So
Sweet.
we're live right now?
Here we are. Thank you, Silvio, for
All right. Well,
doing this.
cheers.
Man. Oh yeah,
Cheers.
cheers. What are you drinking? You
All
got
right.
whiskey there? Is that what's going on?
I got some Crown Royal actually. Just
There you
something
go.
nice and
Nice.
Good man.
stiff
Good man.
for a Monday.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, for a Monday afternoon.
Yeah.
That's nothing wrong with that.
Hey, I'll join you guys. Yeah, so like I was saying, we had all these songs in 2000 and end of 2019, early 2020, and we started writing a bunch of other songs,
Yeah.
which was gonna happen to start recording in mid-January and then of 2020, sorry. So we
Yeah.
had all these songs and we were gonna add like 3 more. So it was gonna be like an album of like 10, 11 songs. And we had to cut it because of everything that happened and we couldn't really jam anymore. And then, months and months went on. So we ended up having an LP of 6 songs.
Mm.
But we have like 3, 4 more songs that are they're sitting in our phones, ideas. And
Yeah.
I mean, but we can't do anything about that. So we have this 6-song LP that we currently just released our single Feel, which you gave a great review. Thank you very much.
Well,
On behalf of everybody from the Mother
Yeah.
Down.
that's only
And-
because of the awesome music. So that's
Oh, yeah. So we were really excited to push it out, but we wanted to do it differently because we don't know what's going on. So there's no live music, there's nothing. So basically what we wanted to do was we just wanted to push out a little music video. And like I said, the content is all there. It's all stored, just ready to promote, but we don't know how we're going to go about it. We're just going to take it every step of the way differently and just do what we got to do. It's going to go on Spotify for sure later on.
yeah.
But for now, we just have the single release. We're going to concentrate on that. But there is a 6-song album. So yeah.
Sweet. So
And they're all different songs. There's a few rocking ones and then there's some that we took it differently. So
nice.
we're going to see how it goes throughout the year, if there's going to be any shows or something.
Yeah, you definitely took it differently beforehand. Like I guess at the outset of the pandemic with Perfect Imperfection, like from
That was an instrumental.
yeah.
That was an instrumental track that actually Mike came up with, I think on the fly. I don't know. He had so much time on his hands after everybody had time on their hands, and his work started crumbling. So he started hitting his personal studio, and he wrote this thing in, I'd say, a span of a couple of weeks, and then we threw in our ideas, and we had written a song prior to the lockdown that is on this current album. This current LP.
Yeah.
And everything just fell into place at the right time, in the right moment. And what happened was that song just fell right there. And I'm like, Mike, let's do something with this. I mean, there's nothing going on and it's instrumental. It's just, so we just did something to have something, because 2020 was such a crazy year. So we're just for artists in general. So we just pushed it out. We said, let's just get it out there, put it on our IGTV, put it on YouTube. I believe it's on Spotify as well. I have to double check. I actually forgot. I think it is. I'd have to check. Mike's not here. If Mike was here, he'd tell me no, it's not her. Well, it's an easygoing listening song. It was just like a spur of the moment, very, very spontaneous.
Yeah.
We had no plans for it. We just put it out and that was it. Because everything that we've been working towards has been this new LP that we're coming out with 9 years. It's called 9 years.
Nice.
Awesome.
And it's funny because the way we got the name was we wrote a song because we had a place in Griffintown. When we first started, we had a pad. We had purchased a pad monthly like everybody else.
Yeah.
And we wrote this song, I think, very, very early on. And it's one of those songs where it's always a continuously work in progress. I don't know if you ever get into that chain, and you can never find the right moment to get it. Just there's an intro, there's not an intro, there's an out, like, and it prolonged through 2 albums, two music projects that we didn't, we finished the first one and it didn't make it. And then again, we were supposed to put 10 songs, like I was saying, and that song just never, it's a big song. It's like a big composition. It's about 6-7 minutes and different pieces, different parts. It's just this whole thing. I think it got bigger than us at one point, and we just never got together and record. I really would love to record it, even Mike and Joe, but just never got there. And then we decided to just name the LP 9 years after the song that's not even there. So that's how that happened. Yeah, it's one of those things. Yeah. So that's it. So we have these 6 songs. We have Feel, Hiding, See Myself, which these are all like rocking tunes, along with Vinyl, which was written early on in Griffintown too. These are all songs that have been written for a couple of years, and they just morphed into what they are today. So yeah, because when we first wrote our first album, we had like 23, 24 songs that just like, yeah, we're kind of like, we're not like, but we're like Bruce. We write like 30, 40 songs, like, and then just start picking out of a hat. Because every time we get together, there's just something comes out of it, you know?
Yeah, but that's
It was,
like, it's better to have more shit to play with than to not know where the hell you're going.
it was an ongoing joke with me and me, Mike, and Joe. Like I remember they would keep, because I would sometimes come in late to the jams, maybe like a half an hour late just because of work and whatnot. And you know, they're looking at me and they're like, "Yeah, we just wrote another song." I'm like, "Dude, I got to go to work tomorrow. Like, stop writing all these." I know it's just funny, but no, it's a good problem to have. It's something we never lacked was creativity, 100%.
Well, and that shows. I mean,
Absolutely.
What's interesting is because you go from the album prior to Perfect Imperfection. It's just like, you know, you got, I don't know, it's like this cool blues rockin' go that you have.
Yeah.
And then when you know, and you've got like Fucking Up, and then you're the Smokestack Lightning cover that you do, and like, you know, that's some rockin' shit. And then you go into Perfect Imperfection, and it's like this desolate, I don't know, the way I felt, and I'm pretty sure I said it in the review too, but the way I felt.
No, you gave an actually, the way sorry to cut you off, the way you reviewed that song and the article that you put out for that song, I you couldn't say it better. Like you took the words, like I couldn't even put it on words the way you did it. That was exactly what we don't even have to, like, it was perfectly said. And there's no meaning to the song. I mean, it's just, it was one of those things that happened spontaneously. So it came out of left wing. It's just, and it's completely, and again, you got to give credit to Mike, because I mean, he pretty much orchestrated it all himself. I mean, I was on the backside listening to it, and I'm like, do you want to put it out and put it as a Mother Down thing? Because obviously he came up with everything. I mean, he came up with the guitars, he did everything. I mean, he did everything. And other, you know, there's the drums. I mean, that's Joe, but I mean, everything else, it was all Mike. He even mixed and mastered it too. Like he did all the production behind it. So yeah. Mike's a beast when it comes to, he's got a lot of good, a lot of creativity behind him. So he's really in tune on what's going on. Yeah. So yeah, for that, I mean, that was more of I'd say an individual effort. And, you know, with us, with me, Joe lingering in the background, just, you know, guiding the way. But that was an individual thing in terms of creativity. He came up with a lot of it. Yeah.
And then you jump from that to
and then you have we have the band. Yeah.
And then and that's great. Like that's a fucking, I play for Marla.
I'm just sitting back going,
feels a really cool song, because it, like, ironically, Mike didn't write the riff. The guitars were, Mike was playing. I think if I remember correctly, we were in the jam one night. It was late. I think it was a Saturday night. Anyway, it was one of those nights where, you know, we were just jamming. It was like we're tired, and then Mike's like, okay, I'm gonna go out, go get some air, whatever. And then Joe always has a habit when Mike leaves the room for whatever reason. Joe always has a habit to get off the drums and just steal his guitar and start like what he calls fake guitar playing, which actually, well, it's like he half-asses everything. But personally, I think he's a decent guitar player if he puts his mind to it. And he came up with the riff, like half-assed the riff, right? He just he did the riff, and the beginning part of the song is what Joe did. You know, he's got that little funk thing going, and I just started feeding off of Joe, because me and Joe, we feed off each other a lot when it comes to vocal melodies and lyrics. And like he's more my buffer zone. He's the one that like says, he guides me more when it comes to that, you know, rather than, because Mike is more concentrated on the music aspect and the structures, and he's, you know, so me and Joe, we play along with that aspect of the vocals and the lyrics. But so, you know, we started jamming out, me and Joe. Mike comes in, he's like, what the fuck is that? He's like, I'm like, nah, we're just fucking around. I'm like, it's pretty cool, actually. So he goes, Joe, what are you playing? He goes, I don't know. He's just like, he's doing his thing, right? And so next thing you know, Mike gets on the guitar, and it just morphs into this beast of a riff, thick, fat, you know, like that. And it just, and we started jamming. Then Joe knew what to do, because he wrote the riff. So he just starts. And the song literally was funny, because we had another song that we were kind of writing. We were trying to write something else, but it didn't sound right. It just didn't flick. It didn't click. Sorry. And then I'm like, wait a second. What if we take the chorus of that song that we wrote months ago and throw the chorus in with this riff? And we kind of like did a menage of like 3-4 different ideas that could have been songs and became Feel. And we felt that it was probably one of the stronger songs to promote as a single. Not because any of the other songs are, it's just, I just feel like it's got that hook. It's immediately got the, you know, it rings in your ear. So it's,
it gets stuck
what we did.
It absolutely.
Sorry?
I said it gets stuck in your head.
Yeah, it could get annoying actually. Yeah, sometimes I
don't
get
think so.
No, but I mean, it's like if you keep listening to it, but it's a good song. It's a good rocking song.
Yeah,
we're very proud of it. Yeah,
it's a great lead in terms of singles to promote the LP that's coming, because like as you say, it's got that hook right away. People are like, oh shit, all right, let's go.
Yeah,
and it's the perfect timing to release it too, because like I was saying, like if you need something to herald in the warm weather, man, like
yeah, it's for people that love rock. I mean, I hate to say it, but rock has become like this, not this underground world, but it's not mainstream like it used to be.
Yeah.
There's these hints, and this is what's weird about the music today, because there's no label records. There's not really a music industry per se. So you got to really promote your songs differently this time around. There's not like the album concept is kind of gone, and you got to do things differently today. It's just, and, you know, and being us that are like local musicians today, it's even harder than I think it was, because, well, it's not harder. It's just, it's a catch-22, right? You gain in one place, but you lose in another.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's very different.
I find, it's very different. And I find like it's a lot, it's not hard to promote good rock music, but it isn't easy. And there's always a listener, and there's always crowd. You can always find your way if you get into the right scene or whatever. There's how do you say it? There's fans. They're all out there. It's just, it's not mainstream like it used to be, right? It's not like when we grew up, you know, that's where your ear would gravitate towards. And you can identify what you listen to versus today. Like you ask someone today, what do you listen to? Oh, I listen to everything. Versus like 30, 40, what do you? I'm a rocker, or I'm a punk rocker, or I'm a rapper. Like you had these different, today it's like everything. So it's a little harder, but you just do what you like. And that's what we say. Like we're writing music that we love, we used to like to hear, and we like to hear still. And that's the key, man. Just write music that you like. And that's what we're doing. Yeah. And it's great. We're having fun doing it, but unfortunately now we're not doing it. So now we're just gonna have fun promoting it as much as we can. So
yeah. So you kind of covered it anyway, a bit of it, but so when it comes to just like how the band's doing, so you guys haven't been able to get together at all through this whole thing?
I mean, we get together, like me and Mike and Joe, we've gotten together many times. It's just that musically, no, we haven't really. We've tried. It just hasn't happened. It's just one of those things it's weird right now. Yeah, you know? It's a strange time. Like at one point we're like questioning, do we even keep going? I mean, what's gonna happen, right? Like we don't know, because I mean, you know, time goes on for so long. I mean, you're not a well-known band. You're not making an income on this. It's just something that we are passionate about, like yourselves. You know, and then you're stopped in your tracks and you can't really do anything. You can't play downtown. You can't do gig swaps. You can't do anything. So it's like, what are we jamming for? Like we've stayed in the studio. I mean, the first 3 years of our existence as a band, we stayed in the studio and jamming for like 3 years. And that's how we came up with like tons of music. And then, next thing you know, we got ready to go live. We had some really fun shows. We had a great time. And it's like, we started getting a bit of momentum. The album was out. We had another 10 songs coming. We applied for 3-4 outdoor festivals, a couple of openings to other bands. I mean, things were kind of like in the right direction. I'm not saying that it would have hit, but what I'm saying is that we were on the right path in 2020, and it just like everybody else. Yeah. But we were, it's hard. Music is near to impossible sometimes. It's a hard market to break. Everybody knows that. But we're just, like I said, we're having fun with it. But yeah, we're all still good friends. We all grew, like I know Mike over 20 years. Joe, it's been a good 8-9 years. I mean, we all grew up in the same area. We're all friends. It's like, at the end of the day, what does it take to get together? It's like playing hockey, right? You go and it's always going to be there. And I'm not going to stop. I mean, like, that's the thing. I mean, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep pushing it. Mike as well. He's got his own side projects going on. Me too. I started a little side thing. I'm doing this thing with my producer, Matt. And he's the guy who actually got this album all together, the last two albums, which I like to talk about Matt a bit, because Matt's he's a bit of the ghost, but he's been part of this process since the beginning. I mean, we've been with him since we started in 2014, and we've been with him since 2015. So he's been there every step of the way when it came to the sound and the recording of what we've done. And he's got a little studio that's called Avebury Studios. If you guys are interested in doing music, anybody that's listening to this, he's a great guy. He's fantastic to work with. He's easygoing. He's very knowledgeable in what he's doing. He's got a lot of different styles. So that's it. He's great, and he's helped us every step of the way. And he's been good friends with us since the beginning. He's pretty much part of the band. He's like one of those hidden guys, you know. He's part of the band.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just started working on some things with him. I'm doing like a cover of an Eddie Money song.
Nice.
It's not one of his known ones, but it's called "I Want to Go Back."
Cool.
Oh, I do know. Yeah.
That's crazy. Like a lot of people don't, and a lot of people do. It depends. So what I did was I made it totally electronic. I'm completely not what
That's
we are
gonna be
as
cool.
rock. But it's gonna be you guys are definitely gonna get a sneak peek and first listen on that for sure.
I look forward to that.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be cool. I'm having fun with it. We're all having fun with it. Matt's he's got a lot going on right now. He's moving studios, so he's switching up which is gonna be cool. We're pretty excited for that for him.
Yeah.
And also, we got a lot of different stuff out of him in that old studio, but now, I mean, maybe the new studio, as things move forward, hopefully things start getting better eventually. Who knows what happens. Right now we have 6 songs, we have content, we're gonna bang it out, and that's it.
Solid.
That's the best we could do. How about you guys? Are you writing? I know you write music, right, Anthony?
Yeah, we both do.
We both do.
Are you guys together? Is that
Yeah.
No, I mean, I know you're together. Oh, sorry, hold on a second.
Oh yeah, no worries.
Did you lose me here?
No, I got your audio, just not the video. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, there we go. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
so,
like musically we're together as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I know you're together, but musically you're also together, right?
So we've got our own stuff that we write individually.
So what do you?
And our little duo.
Right. That's cool.
Yeah. So we
That's
are
awesome.
the long and the short.
Yeah.
Is our duo name.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's cool.
It's more like,
and you guys also do the podcast together, which
yeah. So, and talking about moving studios, so we just moved. So we were in North Bay originally when when we interviewed you.
That's where we first talked.
Yeah, we were in Deep River actually when we first talked, but we were living in North Bay.
Mm-hmm.
But now we've moved to Deep River, just my hometown, and it's quiet, and it is devoid from pretty much of COVID, and North Bay had a lot of other issues going that we wanted to avoid.
A lot of people are moving outwards. Yeah.
So we have. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. Listen.
We have a garage studio now that I pieced together with my uncle helped me put it all together, whatever. So now I've got a little hideaway from the apartment, so we can just blast noise as much as we want. And
that's amazing.
So
you guys can jam at any time of the day.
Yeah, so there'll be a lot more coming out now, which is good. I released 2 songs recently, and I'll have an album out by Canada Day, and then Marla's going to be recording stuff.
Yeah,
I keep harping at her about that, and then we'll have our own, our duo stuff out as well, hopefully.
And you're doing everything from top to bottom. You're mixing, mastering. You're doing it all.
Trying.
That's a lot. That's cool though. That's good. Yeah, like that's the thing. Like Mike is very like I said, he went to school for music and everything, and he's knowledgeable on a lot of that stuff. But there is so much. Like that's going back to Matt. Like there is so much that you need to know when it comes to recording. It's a whole other animal.
Yeah,
like it's amazing though. It's amazing. It's fun. I love playing live. They all do. We all do. For some reason I'm opposite. I really enjoy the studio. I really like that. Going in, it's just something.
Yeah.
The aura, the wall, like the feeling, like, especially if you were to go into like, how do you say it? Like imagine you go into like a studio where, it has history and it's just there's something.
Yeah.
There's an aura. There's an aura. You know when you go, you rent a
Yeah.
you rent a jam pad, and like there's many bands of jam there. There's just an aura.
Yeah.
There's something you get out of it, and that's where the creative process starts. And it's like I don't know. It feels like there's songs out there, and you just end up catching them somewhere.
Yeah.
And they just fall into your lap, and they come out. It's something spiritual. I love the studio. I really love the studio aspect.
It does. I find it brings a lot of different stuff out in people. Like playing live gigs, of course, is great.
No,
And
live
around,
is
and you've got your fans there, so you're like, fuck yeah, we got people to play for.
No, that's a feeling that that's a feeling that now we're as we were trying as time has gone by, and it's like I'll never forget that feeling. Even going to see a show live, it's just it's a whole other energy.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. But but to go back to studio, it's just that's another animal. It's just they're both amazing. They're both euphoric. It's just they're two different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I love the studio aspect of it.
Yeah, the thing the thing I love about having this little garage studio here. I mean, it's not sizable by any means, but I can just sit there and I can do as many takes and fuck around with whatever I want.
That's amazing. Yeah.
I want, and I don't have to worry about we're crunched for studio time, and we don't all that. Like I can just play, and that's a lot of that makes a difference.
Yeah, that makes a huge difference, especially when you're singing. Like as a singer, you're when you can't be pressed for time. You gotta. A lot of times, Matt's like, I feel like I'm pressed for time sometimes, and he's like, calm down, we'll do it. And he's really cool, But man, as a singer, it ain't easy to be pressed for time, and then you got to be in the studio. You got to be chill, like you guys all sing, so it's like, it's a different feeling.
And then every time you listen to another take, and you're like, no, I want to do it again. I want to get this part here.
Yeah, and
there.
Yeah,
exactly. And then once it starts happening, and you're listening to like 8-9 takes, it's like you start losing which one sounded better, and it's you got to take a break, and it's really hard when it comes to picking a drink. Take a break, have a drink. Exactly. So that's it, man. I mean, other than that, we don't know where we're gonna go with what's gonna happen, but all we know is that we have the music out there. That's the most important thing.
Well, so talk to me about Feel specifically then. Like, so you talked about like the process of writing it, but like creating it. But what about the lyrics? Did you just you took a chorus?
It's one of those things that wrote itself, kind of. I took the chorus from one song that kind of made sense in the lyrics that I was. What's funny about the song is the lyrics kind of wrote itself. I didn't really purposely sit there and take what we had in the jam instrumentally, put it in my headphones, and listen to it over and over, and where I started, okay, let's figure out how we're going to put the lyric. No, it wasn't like that. This song was a jam. It sounds like a jam if you listen to it. And that's how it wrote itself. It just basically one of those things where what's going to sound cool, what's going to fit together.
Yeah.
And what could actually make sense for the chorus to come, because the chorus was already written.
Yeah. Well, it sounds pretty cool. So.
It does.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that kind of wrote itself. It's like, that's what I meant by earlier when I was talking about when you're in a certain area and you're writing, or you're in a jam space, or you're in a studio, it's like the aura around it, you end up catching things like, being metaphoric here a bit, but it's like, it just ends up, it comes in and it goes through you, and it just happens. There's no purpose to it. It just happened. That song just happened.
That's awesome.
The way, it was a really easygoing way of writing that. So that was one of the easier songs to write in terms of writing, because you had a chorus there. You had Joe that, he made up the riffs, and, me and him are just fucking around, and, Mike comes in and then he does his thing. Joe gets on the drums, and then I just feed off of them. They're feeding off of me. Yeah. The chorus of the other song made sense. And next thing you know, we have this beast of song that we were so proud of. Yeah. And then the ending ended up morphing out in the studio. Like that just ended up happening in the studio. That wasn't planned in the drum in the jam sessions. Like the whole punk thing, like the love to, like all that stuff happened with Matt. So that's what I'm saying. Matt's like one of those hidden guys, Like he brought me to another place doing that vocally.
Yeah.
and it ended up being good because they're all little hooks throughout the song.
Oh man,
So it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool, you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
So did you have was Daniel doing the bass for you guys on that track?
Well, the way it works, Daniel's been with us for, because we didn't have a bass player when we started, so we call him Nico actually.
Oh, sorry.
Because his last no, it's fine. It's just I don't identify him as Daniel. I identify him as Nico, because his last name's Nicolosi. He's from Brazil. Right. He's a really cool dude. He ended up joining us later on. Man, poor guy. He came into a situation where, like, you know, he just moved to Canada with his wife. Great guy, and you know, he ends up coming in the jam sessions. You know, rehearsing with us, and it's like, what do you expect, right? You want to make him as comfortable as possible, because he's coming into an environment where there's three guys that known each other forever and have all this music written. Yeah. And then here comes this, you know, and he's not shy, you know, he can hold his own. He's but he's, you know, English isn't his first language, and, you know, he's just a great dude. He's just a really cool dude. And he ended up tailing along, jumping along, and we ended up like, it's just one of those things that happened. He just clicked with us. Yeah. And he made all our live, how do you say, because we were so, I'm losing my track here. Hold on a second. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, for the longest time, we stayed in the studio because we didn't have a bass player. So our live experience, it couldn't happen. We couldn't go live for most of it. So then he happened to come in, and that's when I said in 2020, everything started taking off, because he was there. He was like the glue of it to get it all together. But a lot of the stuff was written by Mike. Yeah. Because don't forget, Mike was a bass player before a guitar player. So that's why. Mike laid down the bass tracks for those. Okay. But Nico was there the whole time with some of the writing processes. He's been there. He's been playing. He's been jamming with us. He's been at most of the better live events that we played. He's another one part of the band. For sure. Yeah. Because
I was thinking the bit at just before the solo in field, there's like this run with the bass and the guitar that
he actually came up with it in the live session. That's probably more Nico. Yeah.
That's sweet.
And then Mike just refined it in the studio. But yeah, that's all Nico.
Because it just made me think of like prog rock stuff there, where it was just like just like nuts.
Yeah.
Just kicks off.
Well, Nico's also an experienced musician. He's got a huge musical background too. He's a guitar player. He's a bass player. Yeah. He's got a couple of projects on his own, even with his wife. Like yourselves, they do a lot of collaborating. So he's doing his own thing. Like that's the thing with Nico. It's like he's part of the band. It's just that he's doing his thing, we're doing ours, and we always meet in the middle. We try to meet in the middle. Yeah. So, and that was the agreement, and we're like, we couldn't be more happier with him. He's an amazing guy to have, and I credit him a lot, because it ain't easy what he did to come into a situation that I explained earlier. It's like you come into a situation like that, you know, it ain't easy. I tip my hat off to him. It's fantastic, and you know, he held his own. He learned all the songs. He brought his own. Yeah, he brought his own finesse to it. It was amazing. It was an amazing experience. It sucked that, like I said, with everything that's happened, that we can't play. Because you miss out on hanging out with these guys too, right?
Yeah.
Because you know the band, it can get annoying sometimes. You know, you're frustrated creatively, but at the end of the day, we're all friends. It's fun to hang out. It was fun to go to a bar downtown or anywhere. Guys would call us and say, "Hey, you guys want to open up for us? We're going to this bar." It's like a Wednesday night. You're expected to be home watching hockey or just getting ready for. And next thing you know, you got a show. It was fun.
That's awesome.
It sucks. And Montreal. Sorry.
So surprise gigs are great though.
Yo, surprise gigs were the best. Like those were you're not prepared for them, but you've been jamming for a long time, and you end up just spontaneously, okay, let's go. It's so fun.
Yeah.
It was great. I to be honest, I like those more than organized gigs. Organized gigs I find there's more stress to them.
But yeah, because you're planning them for so long, you're like, okay, we gotta do that.
Exactly.
Just being
I preferred this. I think one of our best sets we played at this place called Barfly downtown Montreal, and it was a friend of Mike's. I don't know how it happened, but we ended up opening up for the band. There were some cool guys, and I think Mike knew one of the musicians. And no, we had one of our best sets. It was one of our earlier starts with Nico.
Nice.
And we were just like, we just went in there, half an hour, 40-minute set. And we just, we rocked. People loved it. We just had a great time, and it was spontaneous. And it was one of those dive bars. It was just like, and
That's
just
the best.
in and out. Yeah.
Those are the
In and
best.
out. In and out. In and out.
You
It was
just
so
you
fun.
get the vibe through there, and you just feel that all around.
Yeah. And we had a really good time. Yeah. Those are the gigs that you look forward to sometimes. You're like, you don't expect them, and they're just like, you call the guys up, and they're like, okay, we got this thing going, and we got to go jam. And then you do an unexpected jam, and you get together, you practice, and then you get this gig, and you're like, you have no expectations. You just go in and you do your thing. And like, it releases all the pressure because you're not the main act either, because you're opening up for somebody. That's awesome. I love those. I love those. We did one downtown at Cafe Campus, and we had got in with this band, and then they ended up bailing on us last minute. And, you know, all the pressure came on us after, and, you know, because they were the main act.
Yeah.
We ended up becoming the main act, and
That's crazy.
you know, they were the ones that were going to promote the show. We just linked in with them, and we did the rental of the room and downtown, and they ended up bailing on us. They were actually a more known band, and they ended up bailing on us, which I'm not going to mention their names, but you know, I'm not going to call them out, but I think that's not like, I'm a hard worker. If you're going to do something, you go 100% or just stay home. I mean, like, that's just something you don't do last minute, like the night before a show, and you're like, we're not coming. Like, that's fucking, like, that's insane. Yeah. And it happened, but
no kidding.
Again, and I got to credit Nico. He got a bunch of guys that he knew, and he called up he got this band, like this, I think it was like, they weren't a cover band. They had original music, but they were like Jamiroquai.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was really different. They were really talented.
Yeah.
And you know, they brought some people, and we all saved the night.
That's
so awesome. That in that negative experience, a positive experience happened, and you know, it was just one of those roller coaster rides. But that, you know, you're intense when you're preparing a show, and then you got to go play live, and then you got to organize a show. That also turned us off after COVID hit, and it's like you realize that you do all these gigs, and then, you know, you're fighting, and it's hard, because then after a while you start playing, and it's you can't always play in the same area. People just, you know, your local music, people don't really come every single time you play a gig. So but it's going to be really cool if we decide to do an event once things open up. That's definitely. Like at this point, I'd rather just release music with the guys as much as we can, because it's a digital world. And if we have to play live, we're going to play, but I'd rather play those. We always want to play more like those important shows. Like let's take a weekend and come to, like, for example, Thunder Bay and play. Like that would be awesome. Like rent a motel. I told Mike, like, let's get next to like Anthony's house or whatever, and just chill with you guys and drink and have a great time and open up, no stress, and just play live music outdoors, indoors, whatever. And then, you know, go to these little places once in a while. Like if you're going to do a road trip for like friends, like a sporting gig, you'll say, let's go watch the Maple Leafs play in Boston. And you do it like that. That's the same thing. So this was the same concept we wanted to do. It's like, let's go road trip in Windsor, or let's go to Niagara Falls, or let's just play a few shows. Let's do like a Friday, Saturday, do 2 gigs, and then come back to Montreal, instead of just playing in Montreal all the time. And do like, maybe instead of doing like 15 shows a year, let's do like 9 shows and make them count, type of thing. Because, you know, we're all work. Everybody's got a life. So it's like, you know, but it's fun. Live is fun.
Well, I can't make any promises right now because I don't know if it'll be this year or not. But
we were talking about that
here in Deep River. I have a buddy who has a farm, and he wants to do a music festival on the farm.
Oh, dude, stop, man! That's amazing. That's great.
So I will keep you posted as that comes.
What's that? His land.
On
his land, like.
Yeah.
So, are we gonna pull out the animals too? What's gonna go on? Like,
why not? You know, we'll go for do some horseback riding and get the wolves.
He's got horses,
chickens going.
Pull a ZZ Top.
That's amazing.
Have like farm animals on stage.
That's right.
Yeah, I've been going to the country every week with the whole COVID thing. Like, I've been out in the country. We have land also outside of Montreal, and my cousins, and we just go. We love it. We light up a big fire, have a few beers, and we also hunt too, so it's
right on.
makes it fun. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, that would be so cool if your friend would do a party like that on an outdoor gig like that on his land. That'd be sick.
That's the plan.
How many people you can get the whole town?
Oh, well,
You think you can pack it up?
I think we'll be able to pack it up. I think it'd be more than just the whole town. It's not a very big town. We'd have to.
Yeah, how big is the town?
500 people.
Still, man, if you get 45, well, you wouldn't get 4,500, but if you get even, let's say, like 400 or 500 people on a piece of land, you get a nice stage going and build a stage like that's pretty fun, man. That's pretty Woodstocky. I like that.
That's what I'm.
That's cool, man.
He came to me with the idea for doing a music
festival. He came to you,
and I was just like, okay, man, if you want to do this,
like let's fucking go.
that's big.
Yeah.
That's because that's a lot of work, but that's fun.
Yeah. So
because that's one event, like I just said, that's one event. You make it count, and you're not spreading yourself thin by doing 10 shitty events or 10. You do one big event, and then next thing you know, that one event will carry on for years. People will remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
People remember that shit. Be like, remember when Anthony did that outdoor show on so-and-so's farm, and there was like 8 bands and those guys from like Toronto and whatever, like, and it was like fucking 600 people and everybody just,
I hope.
yeah, I hope, for sure. Honestly, man, that's something we would I'd probably push the guys to do something like that. They're gonna watch the podcast, they're gonna be laughing once they see this. So they're like, what does he say? No, I would totally that would be totally cool.
Well, I'll keep you posted. It may not be this year because of COVID and all that stuff, but
well, this year's gonna be hard. I mean, to do something like that this year, I hope it would happen, but it just doesn't look probable.
It's just up in the air right now with live gigs in summertime.
So I feel like it might be a small, low-key kind of like singer-songwriter thing this year, just to test out the waters and how things are going, and then hopefully next year we have more people that will build up a big, do a big deal.
Time, man, time, patience. Honestly, don't rush it. If you're gonna do something like that, nobody wants to do that with masks. Nobody wants to do that with this this cloud of this cloud of coronavirus over our shoulders. Like, if you're gonna do something like that, it's gonna be something in the future, and when it could be done properly. Yeah, that's an event you want to put care and love to it.
People are pitching tents and tailgating. And,
it's one of those things where that'd be amazing. I'm just picturing it now. Like a nice, not too hot, like maybe July, like August-ish. Yeah, one of those cool, like it gets a little cool at night. Yeah. It would be in August because the bugs would be too bad if we did it through July. Yeah. But oh, really? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Black in flies. That spot for sure. Yeah, it would have to be black flies. Yeah, high grass and everything. Yeah. Yeah. And then mosquitoes and shit. There's a creek that runs along behind. So mosquitoes and black flies get pretty. Oh man, that'd be badass though. That'd be so cool in the middle of fucking nowhere. Yeah. Just you'd have like his neighbors like 20 kilometers from him. Oh, it's not that far, but his neighbors are okay. So it's okay. Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, then you just drive down the road, and I would even think people would just stop in if they start hearing music and stuff. Yeah. It'd be one of those things. What's all that ruckus? Let's go. That's right. That'd be cool, man. They do that in the States all the time. Yeah. Those like, I'm sure in like Texas, they do it all everywhere. Well, they're doing those small towns in Texas, and they're open. Yeah, exactly. They're doing all these. They're doing all these. Even comedy. Like, I'm a comedy fan. Yeah, they're having all these outdoor events on people's I know Dave Chappelle's been doing like people like doing comedy stuff. Yeah, they're doing comedy specials like on a I don't know if it's his land or someone's farm. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, it's so cool though. Yeah, for sure. It's I always liked outdoor shows. I don't like going to outdoor shows anymore as much. My last outdoor show, I went with Mike. We went to go see Metallica at John Drapeau. Sweet. I was sick, but it's like, man, there's so many people, and it's like. Yeah, I'm not a fan anymore like I used to be. Yeah, but I would love to play an outdoor show though. Well, there are hotels nearby, so it's all good. If you don't want to pretend and stay on the land, I'll sleep on the grass, man. There you go. I'm easy going, and when it comes to that, I'm a city slicker, but I like the country. Perfect. Yeah, that's great. I hope it happens. So just speaking of different places and whatnot, so what's the vibe like in Montreal right now? Like, I realized like gigs aren't happening or anything, but like, I mean, I couldn't tell you because no one really goes out. I mean, there's a curfew since 9:30. There was a curfew at 8 a couple of weeks ago. I mean, I've been doing my own thing. I've been going, like I said, I've been going to the country, and I've been talking to the guys weekly, every couple of weeks. It's weird, man. It's just it's not your regular normal thing. It's quiet, and the city too. There's more tension. There's more heat on the city. You know, when there's more, like, in the country, you don't feel it as much because everyone's still doing their own thing. Like you guys, you're just do your thing. You know what I mean? Okay, if you have to go to a store, you wear a mask. But if you have to walk around and you're not looking over your shoulder, there's people or the neighbors calling you. If you want people over, you got to look over your shoulders because someone's gonna call the cops. It's so it's like whatever. We do our thing. I mean, I have people over, but I'm smart about it.
Yeah.
So it's like, I put like people in the backyard and we just hang out, but everybody's distancing, but you got to do it smart. You can't be stupid about it.
Yeah.
But it's just at a point where everyone's fed up. We're all fed up. It's just like, when is it over? But it, doesn't look like it's going to be over for a while. So
yeah, well, fair. So given that, where do people find the new single Feel? Where do they find that online?
Right now, see, this is the tricky part. I got to talk to Mike tonight and this week. Right. I think it was more me. It was more like I wanted to just promote it on one place.
Yeah.
And that was the YouTube video.
Cool.
But I don't know. I think I might have to change because
everyone check it out right now on YouTube. Feel.
Thanks, man. Share and like it. But right now it's on YouTube.
Sweet.
It's gonna go on IGTV. It's gonna go on Spotify eventually. But right now you just get it on YouTube, and I'm pretty sure you can download it on YouTube if you want for free. And I'm sure you can do that. So if it's that good, just download it. I want to get it out. I want to get it out on playlist. Sorry?
I said it's that good.
Oh, thanks, man. I just want to get it out on playlists. That's what we're trying to do. Just put it out so it starts streaming a bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Try to get the song to move a little bit,
No.
But that's it. Yeah, no, it's on YouTube, man. That's it. You got the link. I've been sending it around. I've been promoting it on our Instagram, on my Instagram. That's it. It's just on YouTube right now.
Awesome.
But we're looking forward to. We're gonna, like I said earlier on in the conversation, we might take a different direction, but we don't know yet.
Yeah.
I got to talk to Mike and Joe and them. And that's it. But right now it's on YouTube. I wanted to do 6 lyric music videos for each individual song, and then push out the LP on Spotify. But it's a lot of work, so I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I think spontaneous is the best way to do it.
For sure.
Yeah.
We have the content. We're just gonna we want. We're holding on to it, and we just when we want, we'll put it out.
No, there's
right now we have. Sorry.
There's no set date for the LP then, eh?
No, we haven't done anything yet. We haven't decided. We just we're currently finishing it up. There's still some songs that are in the works, but we just wanted to promote the single. The single's been ready for a while.
Yeah.
So we're gonna promote that one for a while and get that one going, and then eventually we have content for more. Because like I said, we don't know what's gonna happen with the live stuff. So we have this content. We want to just keep ourselves relevant in the ether, in the Instagram world.
Yeah, for sure.
Because then you just end up getting swallowed up with all the other crap. So that's it.
Right.
So that's what we're doing, man.
So then that being said, what do you want to say to your fans? Like not just us. I mean, like the other fans.
I don't know. There's nothing really much to say other than check out the single.
Yeah.
If you haven't heard the first album, check out the first album. I mean, everything. We're one of those bands, like when it comes to like local bands, we're one of those bands that we promote ourselves. We try to push as much as we can, but the most important thing is to have music and not just, pictures and whatever, like gibberish and motivational speaking, like showing you a picture of me like this and, Monday motivate, like just fucking work, man.
I agree with you. So
work, believe in what you're doing and have fun doing it.
Yeah.
And when someone comes on your site, and if you're a fan, and I have a few guys that message me on the regular on the Instagram, and it's like, it's fun. Even if I don't care if nobody likes my shit or our shit. Sorry, I'm talking in the first person. I got the singer. No, but I mean, I don't care if anybody likes our shit. At the end of the day, it's music.
Yeah, man.
We just want to write music we want to hear, and if people like to hear it, then it's awesome. Hear it. That's what it is. That's the key, man, for us. And if we have fans, listen. We love them all. I mean, it's because if you like music, that means we're sort of like-minded when it comes to music.
Yeah,
that's what it comes down to. So we're seeing the same thing. That's it. And just keep pushing the music out. That's it. And when you come on our Instagram, it's like you get to see shit, you get to hear shit that's there. Yeah. That's all we want.
That's amazing. That's
especially today. It's like, you know, you're looking at you look at some of the accounts, which, you know, power to them, but it's like, you know, and I do it too. We all do it. We put the throwbacks, we put the, you know, because, you know, of what happened live and whatever. But you know, when you're recycling just pictures and like you're what are you doing? Are you a musician or are you? What are you trying to do? You trying to do the YouTube influencer thing? Just play music, man. Just fucking play music.
Yeah.
That's what I like to tell anybody that loves music is just play, man.
Yeah.
Play, sing, whatever. Be creative. Whatever it is. I'm
gonna show that clip of this interview to so many people I know.
Yeah.
Oh, don't. I don't want to get hate
no.
Or whatever.
No, it's people who need it. People who are just like, I've had this guitar for however long, and you know, it's like, hey, check out Silvio saying this. Just fucking play music.
Listen, I don't play.
That is a sound clip.
Yeah.
Look at this. I have a guitar here, right, just next to me because I'm down. I was checking. This is one of my dad's possessions, right? He's a musician. Ooh. Okay. Tell me to play you a song. I won't be able to.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm not a musician when it comes to playing, you know, instruments and stuff. I can pull strings, you know, and I started with Mike. Mike saw some potential in me. We were good friends. And he's like, hey, let's start a band, man. You could sing. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I just wanted to do what I like. And I'm probably harder on myself than anybody else. I feel like people are too nice. They're like, oh, you sound good. You know, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't sound good. I sometimes I think I'm shit. Like it really plays with me sometimes. But that's my own fault. But you know what? At the end of the day, you know, I started playing with the band and testing music when I was like 27, 28. That's pretty late in the game. You know, usually Mike started playing music when he was like 13 or 12. And
oh shit, yeah,
Joel's been like you know, and then you start hanging around with musicians that've been playing music forever. I don't know how long you guys have been playing. I'm sure you've been playing music since you were like in your teens.
Yeah.
But exactly. And you know, I was always a music lover and I grew up with musicians in my house. So it's just a part of me and it had to get out some way or another. And unfortunately I wasn't talented enough I probably could have if I would have put my mind to it, but I had other things going on in my head. But when push comes to shove, I found a way.
Yeah.
And when there's a will, there's a way. That's it. And that's what it comes down to. Our music, at the end of the day, it's just put it out there, and that's what we want. We want it out there. Whether we get 1 view or we get 1,000 or 10,000 views or 1 million, just it's out there. It's done. That's it.
Wow. And you do it well though. So I know you.
Thanks a lot, man. We really appreciate it.
Yourself for your voice, but I dig it, man.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. I really had a really good interview. I was really fun talking to you guys. We should do this more often.
Yes, we should.
I don't know why we haven't. I feel like every time we have something, it's like when there's something coming up, but we should just do it even randomly. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm gonna have a single coming. It's not a single. It's a cover.
Yeah.
When that comes out, we'll do this again. For sure.
Yeah, keep us
posted. We got it. Yeah, 100%. Oh, I always talk to Anthony for whatever reason. It's just fun. It's great.
Yeah. Man, well,
man. You guys too. Keep doing your thing, man. It's fun.
Yeah.
So I watch you guys when I can. I watch you guys as much as I can. I really enjoy you guys. Your music knowledge is awesome.
It's been slow going since
we see it like
studio, just working and trying to get content back up again. But now that we got the base set, we should be able to
just keep pushing, man. Just even if it's whatever it is, just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, man. Well, you guys.
There's so many people that have podcasts that shouldn't have podcasts. There's so many people that play music that shouldn't play music. And why shouldn't you do what you want? No, but it's true.
Exactly.
Yeah. Keep doing what you're doing. If you know what I mean? Like I said, it doesn't matter if it's 1 view. Oh, sorry. Doesn't matter if it's 1 view. Doesn't matter if it's 1,000 or 1 million. It's just you having fun. That's what it's about.
Absolutely.
Man.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Having fun. Thanks so much, man.
Yeah.
This is fucking awesome.
what what a good time. And like I said, we should do this again. Right, the weather's warming up, and
Yeah.
you know what? Even if I start promoting, like I said, songs the way whatever I decide to do, for sure you guys will be first in line, and I'd wanna do my songs in like interview the songs individually, and I'd rather do them with everybody, but with you first. If you guys don't mind, we'll call you guys and we'll set this up, and we'll do it. Hopefully next time we do it with the band, it'd be cool to have like
That'd be awesome.
Joe over here and Mike over here, and then we just
Yeah.
I will eventually try to set that up. But yeah,
for
sure. Every time we do a song, we'd probably want to do this thing for sure. It's great, man.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
And like I said, send me the links, send me everything, and it's gonna go on our Instagrams as well.
Perfect.
Sweet.
All right, man.
Right on. Thank you so much for taking the
have a good
time,
one.
and take care, man.
Rock and roll, man.
Love your
Take care,
shirt.
guys.
Did you ever see them live?
Never seen them live.
I wish. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I don't know if Mike saw that. I know Mike saw some crazy shows when it comes to metal. I'm dying to see Iron Maiden.
Oh,
Never
man.
had the chance to see Iron Maiden. I've seen AC/DC, Metallica.
There you go.
Yeah, Whitesnake. Whitesnake was one of my favorite shows.
nice.
By the way. We should have a pod. We should do a Friday night podcast. Get together. If you guys are bored, we should get together and do a Friday night podcast. I'll get my bottle of whiskey. You get your bottle, and we just talk about like a half an hour of just all the great shows you've seen.
Oh,
Sweet.
I'm down. I always want to talk
I'd be
about
so.
it. I love it.
It'll take
I'm so
less than a
down
half
to do
hour,
that.
but yes, let's do that.
I'm down.
Or yeah, even who cares? It doesn't matter. You just
Exactly.
do it. You can talk for 3 hours.
Mhm.
But
Perfect.
and
Let's set that up.
my top four shows, I have to say, is one of them was with Mike. It was 2 years ago. We saw Alice in Chains.
Oh, nice.
Not with William Duvall. That was unbelievable at the Metropolis. That was unbelievable. That was such a good show, man.
Yeah.
That was such a good show.
I think my favorite show that I've ever seen was Steve Vai, and it was like a whole guitar tour thing in Toronto. So
G3.
No, it wasn't G3. It was
Paul
World
Gilbert
Tour or whatever it is. So it was Zach Wilde, Steve Vai.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah,
Nuno Betancourt and Tosin Abasi all just rocking the fuck out. I was like,
that's a guitar. That's a guitar orgy, man. That's for good. But those are for guitar players.
Oh, but
I'm
so good.
Yeah.
I'm not a guitar player, but I listen to them on the weekly.
Yeah. I'm not.
So
if you're like
a
player, but I love them.
No, but like the the guitar players that did that just those are for musicians.
Yeah.
Those guys are for people that like really understand and love music.
Yeah.
Not that I'm not saying that if you don't understand, like you can love it.
Like everyone can enjoy it.
Yeah, everybody can enjoy it. Like I mean, Steve Vai just wrote a song with one hand.
Yeah.
Like, even if you don't know anything about music, you know that's insane.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's fact. That's an amazing show.
Yeah.
I seen G3. I took my dad to see G3, and that was a great show.
Was Satriani there that year?
It was John Petrucci, Joe Satriani, and Paul Gilbert.
Oh
Nice.
man,
yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, that was a great show.
John Petrucci.
I've seen so many. Like even I went with Joe because he likes his funk. He likes his.
Yeah.
We went to go see John Mayer, and that was just unbelievable.
Ooh.
Oh, she's jealous.
I love John Mayer.
John Mayer was
live, but I want to.
Unbelievable in
he's
sound.
A good guitarist. Like
he's an amazing musician, and he writes good songs. I mean, you can't deny that he doesn't.
Mm.
Yeah, I've seen so many cool shows, man. It just sucks that there's nothing. There's no outlet.
Yeah,
exactly.
I gotta say, Fleetwood Mac is probably my favorite show I've been to. I saw them in Toronto, and that was so good.
Wow.
That and Foo Fighters. I saw them.
I've never seen Foo Fighters.
Amazing.
I have a buddy of mine. He's a huge Foo Fighters fan. He's seen them like 3 times, and he's followed them. Like he went to Toronto, Boston. I'm yet to see Dave Grohl live. I have to see them.
Oh,
that's my next.
Highly recommend.
That doesn't matter. If they go outdoors, I'm going. If they don't, whatever, wherever they are, I gotta go see them. They're my next show.
Nice.
They're my next. Yeah, they're my next gig. I have to see the Foo Fighters.
Yeah,
I have to. I haven't seen them. It's
I
crazy.
saw them at Blues Fest, and there was like 35,000 people there.
It's amazing, man. He's so energetic. He's got so much energy.
Mm.
He's such a good performer. He's such a good guy. Like he looks like a good guy.
Yeah,
you can tell.
He's a
just a good, genuine good dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so jealous.
Right
yeah. All right, guys, man. So listen, sure. I don't want to cut this short. I could talk all day with you guys, but yeah. So for anybody that's looking for some new music, still we have this album coming out. Check it out. I mean, it is out.
Yeah.
And then we have some new music coming out. Sorry. Yeah.
That's
it.
Sweet. Awesome. So yeah, we'll schedule a time to do that that podcast episode, just chatting about live gigs and shit. That'd be great.
Yeah.
And then, I'd be down. I could even get Mike in on this because that guy's got a lot of music that he's. Yeah. We got to get with Mike. We'll get with Mike for sure for that.
Sounds right good.
On, man.
You just give me a time and date and we'll set it up. I'll leave that on you though. If you don't call me, I'm gonna get mad.
I'll get back to you. Don't worry.
I'll leave it on you. Yeah.
Right on.
All right, man. It was really nice. Cheers again, eh?
Yeah. Cheers.
Yeah.
All right.
Have a good one.
Awesome.
Take care.
See ya.
See ya.
Swept Media. Get swept up in today's